This past Tuesday, Brashear held their Teacher Appreciation Night at the Paris Games. Each basketball player and cheerleader selected a teacher to be introduced and honored between games. The Brashear boys faced the Knights in the championship semifinal game on Thursday. The game was closely contested throughout, with numerous lead changes. The Knights had a 1-point lead with a minute left and Brashear was forced to foul. The Knights went 8 for 8 from the free throw line to seal a 58-54 victory. Lucas Keller had 18 for Brashear, Cole Irwin had 14, Avery Zentz had 8, Alex Houghton had 5, Jack Reeves had 4, Dayton White had 4, and Landon Fisher had 1 point. The Lady Tigers faced Nottinger Thursday in the championship semifinals of the Brashear tournament. Nottinger took an early 15-6 lead after one quarter and were up 25-14 at halftime. Brashear tried to cut into Nottinger's lead in the second half but were unable to catch up as Nottinger claimed a 47-39 win. Aubrey Borgmeyer had 14 points, Lacey Fisher had 12, Cassidy Altite had 5, Paige Stutzman had 4, Taylor Garlock had 2, and Heidi Lay had 2 points. The Lady Tigers faced the North Missouri Knights in the third-place game at the Brashear tournament Saturday. The Knights had taken a 20-14 lead by halftime, but Brashear rallied in the third to lead 29-26. Brashear couldn't hold off a fourth-quarter surge by the Knights and fell by a score of 42-38. Lacey Fisher scored 17 points for Brashear. Aubrey Borgmeyer had 9, Maddie Moots had 5, Heidi Lay had 3, Cassidy Altite had 2, and Taylor Garlock had 2 points. Brashear played Nottinger in the third-place game at the Brashear tournament Saturday. The game was a close one, with Brashear trailing 39-38 at halftime. Things got better for Brashear in the second half as they took the lead and held on for a 74-69 win to claim the third-place trophy. Carson Irwin scored 35 points, Cole Irwin had 15, Lucas Keller had 9, Jack Reeves had 8, Dayton White had 2, Avery Zentz had 2, Landon Fisher had 2, and Alex Houghton had 1 point. During the game, Carson Irwin scored his 1,000th point of his career. The Lady Tigers hosted Paris Tuesday. The game was close in the early going, but Paris had taken a 23-17 lead by halftime. Brashear managed only 3 points in the third quarter and couldn't catch up, losing by a score of 37-28. Lacey Fisher had 11 points, Aubrey Borgmeyer had 8, Paige Stutzman 3 points, Cassidy Altite had 2, Maddie Moots had 2, and Heidi Lay had 2 points. In the boys' game with Paris Tuesday, the Tigers had taken a 32-25 lead by halftime. Brashear continued to lead in the second half, but had to fight off a late rally to preserve a 66-61 win. Carson Irwin had 18, Cole Irwin had 12, Avery Zentz had 12, Lucas Keller had 8, Alex Houghton had 6, Jack Reeves had 5, Clancy Noe had 2, Landon Fisher had 2, and Dayton White had 1 point.